Today is going to be a rough one.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
What's up YouTube, it's NG, the Neon X, and I'm back. Today I'm into saying goodbye to my Note 8. So here we have the OG, my Galaxy Note 8. Don't mind the case. The case has been with me since I've had the phone. The Note 8 came out in 2017, I think it was, so 4 years now, and I've had it since day one. This was the last Note that I bought of the Note line, simply because after the Note 8, they started to take away the features that made the Note the Swiss Army knife of mobile devices. This comparison is not to say which phone is better, because it's subjective in many ways. There are certain things I still feel the Note is better at doing than the Z Fold 3. But the Z Fold 3 is 4 years newer than the Note, so of course things like the processing power, the UI, things along those lines are definitely going to be better and serve us better in today's day and age than something like the Note 8 would. But the Note 8 still has its quirks that make it a very appealing device even today. So let's just go over some of the things that made the Note 8 the, at least to me, the is-all end-all of the Note line. Everything after the Note 8 was a downgrade. Well, here we have the Note 8, and it's a smart screen. You still get the smart display on the front. You can see your messages, the time, and it looked, when it was in perfect condition, it looked really sleek. You had your volume controls on the side of the case. You can mute calls, and the camera was nicely indented, so if it fell, your camera would not be hurt. But this case did protect the screen and the camera and the buttons. Only, you know, with me, I kind of mess up the bottom. One of the coolest aspects of the Note line, and it still holds true today, is the inclusion of the S Pen. Inclusion of the S Pen. Now you see all of these options here that appear when I pull the S Pen from the casing. Now the I guess you could say the replacement for the Note line as it stands is the Z Fold 3. And we all know the Z Fold 3 doesn't have this nice cavity to put the S Pen in when you're done using it. You have to go through all the issues of getting a case and a pen to use with the device. The Note 8 had it all built in, as do the other Notes, but the Note 8 had more as well. One of the features that I feel should have never been taken away is the various ways to unlock your device. What you see with my Note 8, it was looking for my eyes. It had an eye sensor, or an optical sensor up here that scans your iris to sign you into your phone. It also had the fingerprint. You could also do a pattern unlock, number unlock, even voice unlock, and face unlock. You had 6 different ways to unlock your device. So no matter what type of situation you found yourself in, you would be able to get into your phone one way or another. Starting with the Note 9, they started to take away those options. The Note 9 had no iris scan. The Z Fold 3 is the same. You have no iris scan. The Note 8 had this. you could write on the screen while it was off. So if you want to take a quick note, you could. I have used this little app so many times. While I use the phone, I would write down phone numbers, ideas. When I first started YouTube, I would write down whatever concept came to mind. Right here, real quick, no need to even go into the phone. Pull out the S Pen and write. This here was an amazing addition to not only the Note 8, but the notes that follow. But the Z Fold 3 doesn't have that. Z Fold 3 won't even allow you to write on the screen. No digitizer. So quick notes on the Z Fold 3 is impossible because the pen will not register. You gotta love that iris scan. It's just an amazing effect. Now, of course, we're used to all of these little pen features. Both phones do have that, and you see, yes, it does have the pen features here. You see them; they appear up here, not in the nice rotation that they appear here. So you see that they are trying to emulate what you get on the Note with the Z Fold 3. Both devices have a screen write. Let's take a quick look here. Screen write. Screen write. Now, with the screen write on the Z Fold 3, see, it creates a little window for you to write whatever you want in. Right here. I didn't realize that this big red ball would be in the way. Let's change the pen color real quick. Okay. So you can doodle as much as you want all over the screen. And it's a really nice canvas. Now the Note 8 didn't have the large canvas of the Z Fold 3, but you were able to actually hold it in one hand and write something down. And it felt really good. This pen on the glass just felt really good. It really felt like you had a marker in your hand and you could just write down whatever you wanted, however you wanted to, without any issue. It was a true note-taking device. Now, with the Z Fold 3, it's not as easy or as, dare say, as pleasant to hold it and write, because you have all this extra space here. Now, this isn't a particularly heavy device, but I find to hold it in one hand and write things down, that's just isn't the same. Let's get rid of this. Hey, if you look at it, the canvas that they give you to write, it isn't as large as what you had to use on the Note 8. Yeah, you're only allowed to write in this little area here. But, you know, and to hold the Z Fold 3 to write isn't as comfortable as holding the Note 8, simply because the Note 8 was just a more narrow device. It would have been so much better if they had allowed you to write right here. This would have been perfect for a quick jot of notes. So the Note 8 came with a Snapdragon 765, 6 gigs of RAM, up to, I think it's 256 gigs of internal memory. You did have expandable memory. You did have a headphone jack. It was USB-C. It was water resistant, dust resistant. It did offer Wi-Fi calling, Dolby Atmos, Smart View, and NFC. So many things were crammed into this device. And for whatever reason, as things progressed, Samsung started to take these features away from the Note line. The 9, the 10, the 20. Now the Folds, which are trying to be the new Note, are missing a lot of the features that that this Note 8 right here had in 2017. It's really sad that Samsung and other OEMs start to take away the features that made their phones so great, and yet charge you more. Why? This is the phone I actually began my YouTube page with. My first recording of the Z Fold, of the Galaxy Fold, was done on my Note 8, and so many others. I learned how to use Power Director on my Note 8. This Note 8 is something very special in the phone world. People tend to not remember the bar that the Note 8 set and what it had to overcome to be accepted, because the Note 7 had its issues. Note 8 had to beat all of that and win over the hearts of everyone to get the Note line back into the mainstream. Now the Note 8 did that easily, in my opinion, because it's easily one of the better phones. Even to today, I would take the Note 8 over any of the newer Notes, but it just did more. It's sad that, you know, they stopped giving the software updates to the phone, but if they didn't, if they somehow continued to put One UI and such on the Note 8, there's a good chance I'd still be using this phone. With that said, my name is NG, the Neon X. I'm saying goodbye to my Note 8. This is what I'm into.